Hey there, Cancer. Let's get into the rest of your September 2020 love reading. So I'll start actually by pulling a card from the Lover's Oracle here, and then we'll get into just generally what's going on for you, whether you're single or taken. I cover both scenarios, and then we'll get into what your person of interest or significant other is thinking or feeling about you at this time, what they're going to do about that, how the outcome is going to go for that, and that is actually my favorite part. Now this one kind of popped at me. These aren't the easiest to shuffle. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So you may be going through an emotional time, but we'll look a little bit more into that. What is going on with Cancer, single or in a relationship for the rest of September? Spell out transformation, the Chariot. Here you are. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, very likely, and you're making progress. You're moving forward. It's gradual changes you're building. There was a recent emotionally, even if you're in something, you were kind of turning your back on it. So, I mean, even if you're like married and living together, you were emotionally detached. So that could be what these feelings that you're having, Cancer. Or you've just kind of been that way in the past and you're moving away from it now, trying to move forward. Maybe to find some new cups, some new feelings. This is all forward movement, but you're walking away, you're leaving something behind. So even if, say, you've been single for a long time, there's some big significant relationship or relationships in your past that you're still kind of carrying with you, but you're trying to integrate into a new relationship or your new life still with the Death card here. So with the Emperor in the past, it could have been an Aries that hurt you, or it could have been that whatever's affecting you started up around late March through April of 2020. So for some of you, it could just be the quarantine, it's making you feel a little melancholy because it started around that time, right? The masks and everything, you're just kind of feeling like, and you're trying to get used to new life. I know it's a love reading, but I am picking that up heavily for you, Cancer, that maybe this whole COVID quarantine pandemic thing is kind of wearing on you, but you're doing your best here. You're really trying to adapt to all of the changes. And here we have the Two of Pentacles and the outcome for the short term, and the Queen of Wands. So again, you could be dealing with an Aries, whether you're male or female, or you could just be really being strategic at this time, trying to find what your passions are, trying to find your passion again, looking out for, all of your stuff, putting a lot of passion and gratitude into whatever, the relationship that you do have. I feel like for some of you, and this is just for a few of you, it could be you're kind of emotionally detached from your relationship, but you're still doing your physical part. You still feel like engaging, but more as a distraction from reality at this time, more so than emotional, maybe love making like it usually would be, which is fine. Relationships go through different phases, and here you're just kind of balancing and juggling life in your relationship, I think. And if you're single, you could have some options here and you can't really decide. There's someone who may have cut you out, or you cut out, that you're kind of still keeping around, and then someone that you could have something really big with, so it's like almost like you've kind of decided against this person, and this one you're kind of holding off, but once it gets started, it's going to be big. And if you're in a relationship, you kind of go back and forth from communicating with your person and then being passionate with them, but right now you may feel like you can't juggle it as well as you usually do. So we'll glimpse into the long-term outcome for all of this, and then we'll go into my favorite part of the reading. So here we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you're not thinking too much about things. You're kind of just going with the flow. Emotionally, if you're single, you're just kind of, again, walking away, strategizing, but in a passionate way, in like a lust for life kind of way. You're not analyzing too much. You're not really thinking about who you're going to end up with or anything like that. You're just putting yourself out there, and for a minute you might, in a month or two, have to take your eye off that and just kind of deal with day-to-day regular stuff. Same if you're in a relationship and you're worried, For some of you that are single, you're worried that, you know, there isn't a right mate out there for you, or there's no one coming through. And for others of you, you're worried that, like, this relationship may have an expiration date, and so you're not all the way in. You're kind of 1 foot out, 1 foot in, emotionally checked out, kind of physically present. And with the Two of Swords in reverse, yeah, it's like you don't really even care to have a vision about how this is going to play out at this time. So I think that's kind of a good segue, so we can look a little bit deeper into what's going on with you, Cancer. Go ahead and use this deck. What is Cancer's person of interest or significant other thinking and feeling about them at this time? What is Cancer's person of interest or significant other thinking and feeling about them at this time? Sorry, these cards are a little rough because I use them a lot for personal readings. They're very beautiful. The Fool in reverse. So they are not jumping in towards you either. And if you're looking for someone new to come in, they've kind of got rerouted, or they're not on the right path or the right frequency. So they don't want to start over. They're just kind of like, okay, things are all right the way that they are. Seven of Swords in reverse is how they're going to be behaving towards you, because of how they feel, and they're not hiding anything. I noticed that a moment ago in the last spread. They're definitely not hiding anything. They're very forward and open with you. If it is a new person coming in, they're not going to really feel like starting something big and new, kind of like you're holding off there with the Ace of Wands in reverse, but they are going to be very honest. They are going to be very honest at the same time. So what is going to be the outcome of how Cancer's person is thinking and feeling about them? It's like, because you're emotionally withdrawn, how we saw with the Eight of Cups, they're just kind of laying back, I feel like. But if you're in a relationship, they're still being loyal to you. So what is going to be the outcome? The Ace of Cups. So this is big new love coming in. Maybe if you do have those options, like we saw with the Two of Pentacles, where you're just not really liking one, and then the other one's kind of like, you know, you're holding off on beginning with that Ace of Wands passion, because that could lead you right to the Knight of Wands, right? Which is sort of a fling or a lustful thing. So you're holding out there, and it's going to bring in this Ace of Cups, this big new love for you, Cancer. So you're not wrong to kind of keep everyone at bay right now, because this big love is coming in. And if you are in a relationship, it's just that you're going to find that love again. You're going to get through your feelings that are holding you up. So what is Cancer thinking and feeling about their person at this time? What is Cancer thinking and feeling about their person at this time? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. So before you were weighing everything, right? Now I think when you see this Ace of Cups, right, the best new love card in the deck, you're like, okay, actually, honestly, you feel like you can't balance everything. But you're kind of almost, for some of you, I feel like, you know what? If something better than those other two options are coming in, why even bother with those two anymore is what I'm getting. But for those of you in a relationship, you're just like, I can't do it right now. We'll look more into it. But what is Cancer going to do about how they're feeling about their person of interest or significant other at this time? What is Cancer going to do about how they're feeling? Sun in reverse. So you're not really going to be helping them out or shining any light on that. I feel like a lot of you have checked out of it. If you're in a relationship, you're just feeling very pessimistic this way that you're feeling, right? You've got to examine that. You got to raise your vibration. Maybe do some free writing. I recommend that a lot, where you just write 15 minutes a day, or write 3 pages in a journal. Make sure no one can see it. Do it first thing in the morning if you can, if not, anytime throughout the day. And that can really help you flip the sun upright and help you find this Ace of Cups relationship. So what is going to be the outcome of all of this for Cancer? if their person behaves and thinks this way, and they do. My cards are not going down, but we'll pull this one. The Three of Wands. So you may be moving away from some of your options or people. If it's a relationship, you may be creating a little bit of distance just to let yourself go inside, just to find a place to hide your journal, just to create your little safe space where you can really nurture yourself away from your significant other. Not that you need to get away from them, but sometimes you need to do that inner work and see why you're feeling this way, so you're not putting your person off and you can get back to love with them. So I want to go ahead and look a little bit deeper into, this energy that your person is bringing towards you and this Three of Wands outcome, what's going on with this mild distance that you two have. I'll go ahead and do that in the extended. For those of you that I'm leading to the extended or I'm leaving here, I will pull another 2 cards for you, one from the Lover's Oracle and one from my Law of Attraction deck to leave you off with. Do be sure to subscribe if you want to see the October love reading for Cancer. And also, if you're joining me in the extended, you can go to the description box or the show more tab, that little arrow if you're on a phone, and click the extended and personal readings link. It'll take you to Psychics Gold, to my catalog for Madeline Marie, and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see the September 2020 extended love readings. Look for Cancer, go ahead and order it. You'll get 2 emails that are titled product download link, and the first email will be your receipt, and the second one will be the link to join me in the extended. For the rest of you, if you want to check out the Soulmate Twin Flame video I did, it's on the Rotation 411 YouTube channel where this video is, and so you can go ahead and like and subscribe to find that. And also look out for my big 144 series where I cover all the sun, moon, and rising combinations for all of the sun, moon, rising possibilities. And I already did Cancer, Sun, Aries, Moon, so if you are one, be sure to check that out. And if not, go ahead and subscribe so you can see when I come out with your Cancer, Sun, whichever moon combination you are video. Or if you want to look up your significant others, I already did Aries through Virgo Aries moons, and yeah, like I said, Cancer Aries moon one is done as well. So let's pull this card to leave Cancer off with. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So that's could be this Ace of Cups person coming in, or it could be your significant other while you're kind of in your feelings, trying to sort through that. They're kind of standing back, waiting for you, admiring you, and you don't even realize it, Cancer. And let's go ahead and pull one more card from this Law of Attraction deck. I don't think I have the whole deck. I came across these cards today, but I love them, so I'm using them. So this is a little bit off subject, but just a little bonus. We'll add the money subject. The subject of money is really 2 subjects. And you can't really see this part, but it says the subject of money is really 2 subjects. 1, money, plenty of money. And 2, absence of money, not nearly enough money. Often people assume that because they are speaking the words, I want more money, they are speaking positively about money. When you're feeling fear or discomfort as you speak, you are not speaking of the subject of money. You are speaking of the subject of not money, not enough money, or the lack of money. And the difference is very important because the first subject brings money and the second subject holds it away. So that's just a little money bonus for you since you got a money oriented, and you were juggling there with the 2 of Pentacles. So just make sure that you're focusing on what you want and not worrying about how it's going to manifest, just allowing it in. Look further down the line if you need to at your 5-year vision. I think I told that to Scorpio. All right, so lots of love, blessings, and light. I'll see the rest of you in the extended reading.